All right. Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Happy to have you here, protocol observed all over the world. Like I said yesterday, for those that attended our evening training, I want to recognize the presence of King Naza, that side of Malaysia. Happy to see you here. I want to recognize the presence of leader Annalyn from that side of Dubai. Happy to see you here. I want to recognize the presence of Mr. Mbiru Spirito on our call. Happy to have you here. I want to recognize the presence of leader Hojo from that side of Ghana. Happy to have you here. I want to recognize the presence of leader Batra from that side of Indonesia. Happy to have you here. I want to recognize the presence of leader Deborah from that side of South Africa. Happy to have you here. I want to recognize the presence of leader Elizabeth Starry from that side of UK. Happy to have you here. I want to recognize the presence of leader Emmanuel Grube from that side of Dubai. Happy to have you here. I want to recognize the presence of leader Peter Sana from that side of Dubai. Happy to have you here. I want to recognize the presence of leader Mafika, one of our amazing leaders who has effects on his eyes, but keeps on listening to the opportunity. Happy to have you here. I want to recognize the presence of leader King Nazrin from Malaysia, and also there is also Dida Nazar from South Africa. Happy to have you here. Peace, Dida Peace from Kenya. Happy to have you here. Right, Reverend Samson from Nigeria, happy to have you here. Leader Saul from that side of Dubai, happy to have you here. Leader Rochelle from that side of South Africa, happy to have you here. Leader OBM from that side of Nigeria, happy to have you here. Okay, Leader Nosifo from South Africa, happy to have you here. All right, okay, Wealth Queen from that side of Nigeria, happy to have you here. All right. Okay, all right, okay. Happy to see you, MC China, happy to see you here. Leader Kate from Nigeria, happy to see you here. All right, okay. All right, okay. Protocol observed. Those that have not been able to mention your names, all right, okay. Maybe I may not know you personally, but I recognize your presence on this call. And I don't take your presence for granted. At least do something. Do something so that I can know you. Oh, happy to see you, Leader Doris. Great. Wow, ma'am, welcome. Oh, happy to see you, one of our latest person who has just joined a few minutes ago. Leader Osaro. Yes, Osaro, happy to see you here, right, for joining our call. He has just activated this robot few minutes ago, right, before I came on this Zoom, and we are just doing API binding for him. Happy to see you again here. Hey, good luck. Happy to see you today on our call. All right. Like I said yesterday, those joined the evening Zoom, that for the last 4 months, we have been working on a cycle trading strategy, and I'm going to release that strategy on Monday. When I look at it, it is one of the mind-blowing that we are bringing in the market, free of charge. Remember, as a team, we don't allow anyone to pay for anything free of charge. We are bringing one of the best cycle trading strategies. And we are not going to either go in for a trade strategy or be a cycle strategy onto Royalq, but we are bringing it specifically for our team on Monday. We have been working on it for the last 4 months, trying to edit here and there, find the best approach. And this strategy that we want to bring on board is one of its own kind. I think we shall be releasing it on Monday. It's basically making sure someone just automatically puts in and it automatically delivers. We're also looking at various capital that people have so that we can provide one that fits the most, even those with little capital. It will be one of the best in the market, I believe. And it will be free of charge. You just need to attend our trainings and be able to use it. So today and tomorrow, we are going to keep our study specifically onto the one shot. And I'm going to first go and define what is a cycle and what is a one shot. And then we are going to visit our TradingView application and be able to see two main things today. Today, we are basically and purely going to look into how to pick a trade using our trading strategy. And our trading strategy today shall involve 3 parts. One, we shall be able to look at how to draw trend lines, right? How to draw trend lines. Trend lines are important because trend lines, once they are broken, ladies and gentlemen, they give what you call perfect results. So we are going to look at that area of trend lines into our TradingView, then couple it up with our trading strategy on how to pick a trade. Then from there, we are going to move from TradingView back to Royalq if time allows. And this time around, we are going to talk about setting what we call perfect margin calls. When we talk about perfect margin calls, we are going an extra mile to look at when you want to say 1%, let the market drop by 1%. Where do you get the 1% from, right? That's where we want to get a little bit detailed. When you talk about, I want the market to fall by 5%, where do you get the 5% from, right? So we're going to be using the auto FBR retracement lines. because they act as support and resistance. So you don't need to be skilled in drawing support and resistance. You don't need to be skilled to draw what we call demand and supply zones in the market. But if you use the auto FBR retracement lines very well, you can be able to tell and to use these lines as support and resistance, that if the market starts from this line and falls down to this line, that's when my robot should buy again. And once it buys again, remember our principle says we keep our strategy onto the martingale strategy. And the martingale is 2, 4, 8, 16, especially if you're one short trader. And if you use that strategy, you'll basically and purely enjoy the market, even in the untold seasons of the market, right? So let us get started today, ladies and gentlemen. And we are going to start from the Trading View application. Now, the reason why we decided to take our team to the Trading View application, I just needed to try to make it clear. Because I had some questions. One of my friends wanted to know, why did we decide to bring the team this side and never keep the business to only Royalq, right? Because basically, as a person I know, that someone can only use Royalq also to get results, right? But we decided to cause what we call added value. We believe as leaders of Team Eagles International that the reason why you decided to join us is not only to make money, but to impact you with what we call life skills, right? And these life skills give you the power and the potential to be money makers. You learn the game of making money, and on a personal basis, you can go to your application, say, all right, I have my $100. I want to make 2% of my $100. Maybe you are one of these big risk takers and you have your $10,000, all right? And I believe on Thursday this week, we shall be bringing in another amazing indicator for some of you that don't have time, right? And this indicator we're going to talk about, I think, tomorrow. We shall be looking at one of the amazing things that happen in cryptocurrency, and that's what we call the miners. Ladies and gentlemen, most of you understand that with the cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, which is still dominating the market, its ability to perform also is moved on by how Bitcoin is being mined. And so most of the cryptocurrencies are still living on proof of work. And because of that, ladies and gentlemen, someone might tell me, Julius, what about Ethereum? All of us know, if we are going to speak from an understanding, that we don't know how many Ethereum coins were released in the market. So Ethereum is one of the cryptocurrencies that doesn't have the number of coins. You know, when we talk about Bitcoin, we say 21. When we talk about different coins, you know the exact amount of coins that were released in the market. But with coins like Ethereum, they don't provide the exact amount of coins that they were released in the market. And so if this happens, although it is moving from the proof of work to the proof of stake, I personally believe that Bitcoin might continue to dominate, since Ethereum does not have the exact amount of coins that were released into the market. I don't know if someone understands me, but slowly you'll understand me. So because of that, we are going to introduce an amazing indicator on Thursday this week for people who don't have time to analyze the market. And this indicator, ladies and gentlemen, that we're going to talk about tomorrow will be basically and purely looking at how miners perform in the market. We shall be looking at miners, how they perform in the market, and how we can tap into that area and allow you to join the market 1 to 2 weeks, and you can take yourself 20%, 30% from the market, all right? So that will be our basis tomorrow. But today, let us now visit our TradingView application and see how we can use our application right to cause some amazing results, right? So ladies and gentlemen, and this time around, there is a challenge, but I'm trying to find a better solution. So I will write my phone, all right? Like this. But usually, the phone is like this. Sometimes the results, people don't see, people don't enjoy it, but I'll do my best, all right? So if you can see my screen very well, I want to play my screen this time around like this. All right, if you can see my screen very well, let me know. And those that are watching us onto our YouTube channel, if you can also see my screen, I'll be pleased. All right. So if you can see my screen, just tap onto the, I'm using a phone. I've just changed it a little bit. All right. Okay. When you change your phone, you know, a phone is a computer. When you change your phone like this, if it's an Android, it will look like this, like you see mine. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when we start with your trading view, this is the end result that you see, but your area will start with creating what we call a watch list. We said before that after you have downloaded, you go to the Google Play Store. Just take a little bit behind. When you go to the Google Play Store and you download the TradingView application, you will register with your email. Those are the first few steps. Then your next step is to come on Royalq and create what we call a watch list. We said in our previous tutorials over and over that you just come to this area called add list. To this area called add list, all right? This one here. And when you tap on add, you name your watch list Royalq. Now, in a previous tutorial, we have said and emphasized that why do we only look at Royalq coins, all right? So many of my friends have come to me and said, Julius, why don't you teach us to trade onto the spot wallet? Let me just come back on my camera so that I clear the air before I continue with this topic. So many of my friends have come to me and said, Julius, why don't you teach us to trade on our exchanges? All right, why don't you teach us to trade on our exchanges? Okay, now let me give you reasons, all right, before maybe I go into Royalq. Why could I advise anybody all over the world to have Royalq than using the exchanges to trade? For example, if I want to trade Bitcoin, all right, I'll definitely go to my exchanger, like just give you a sample space, because I've seen certain leaders who teach this to their teams, and basically they end up losing business. They tell their people, all right, please stop using Royalq to trade, because when you learn to use your exchanger, you will not pay fuel fee, all right? After deliver the messages, you will not pay fuel fee, and you will be taking all the profit. At first, when they start, all right, okay, before maybe I should go into my exchange to show you that, at first when they start, they make some profit and they become excited with the process of using their exchanges to trade other than using their Royalq accounts to trade. And when they use it, they make some profit. And what do? They cause the excitement all over as they are experts in trading because they're using the exchanger. But first and foremost, these are the three characteristics that your exchanger doesn't have. Let's go there and have a sample space. All right, for example, if I have in my spot wallet, all right, I have in my spot wallet 433 USDT, all right? I have 433 USDT. And I want to trade, let me say YFI, right? So I'm gonna tap on this, all right? Particular want to trade, maybe YFI, and I'm going to go to the trade, USDT BTC, all right? And here are different options, okay? Here are different options, okay? But the most one that most of us know and use, which I may not go into others, is the limit. So I buy, all right? I can buy at market price, right? And maybe I buy 25%. Then I go to the sell button and I will put my limit order. And I say, when this Wi-Fi that I've bought gets to, let me say, $1,002, all right? When it gets to $1,002, I'm just giving an example, my robot will sell. I don't know if you understand me. I'm trying to give an example. I will not perfectly go into all this now. So I put in my limit order, all right? I put in my limit sell, all right? The price, let me say $1,000. $1,000, all right? So I want that if this coin, all right, moves from $945 and it touches 1,000, my Binance has to sell. Now, this is the mindset for so many traders that trade using this. Or maybe someone might decide to say that I will keep on buying this using the dollar cost averaging method using my exchanger, and I'll keep on buying in bits, buying in bits, buying in bits, buying in bits. But this needs your direct involvement into the application. You need to be there to press in the trade. But although, even though you use the dollar cost averaging method to trade in this manner, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot be able to have the average price in play. It is only by using the Royalq application, ladies and gentlemen, that you can have the average price. When I talk about the average price, in a previous tutorial, I said that you are entering the market at different times, doubling the purchase using the martingale and the dollar cost averaging method. But as you do that at the same time, you are bringing the current price closer to the average price, closer to the current price, and your robot can sell faster. This cannot be done in your exchanger. And what has this caused in the long run? This, in the long run, has caused so many of our people to enter what I call permanent floating loss. It is unbelievable for me to tell you that YFI can reach a time and it takes it 10 years to only move $10. It's just an example. Like, it can take, we don't know how long it can take Bitcoin, all right, to move from its current price to go to, let me say, to go to $100,000. None of us knows how long it can take Ethereum, even if it is going to do the imaging, to move from where it is close to $2,000 to make it $50,000. And so, if you decide to look at trading, one of the major ways of making money in cryptocurrency, ladies and gentlemen, using the tool called Royalq is the best approach. Is the best approach. Why? Because if we use the margin calls that we are going to see and apply the martingale strategy in play, you will always have the average price closer to the current price. And you will always get out of your trades in time. The biggest challenge is along our line, we become greedy. We want to use $100 to make 100 million. And because of this mindset, when you tell someone to put your first buying amount as $15, you say, now when the market rises by 2%, I'll be getting 2% of $15. Then he decides to be greedy and he puts all his $100 at once. Now, why do you come on Royalq? Better go and use your exchanger. Let me repeat my statement. If you want to put all your $100 once in the market, go and do that in your exchanger. Because now there is no reason of you using the robot. Because if you can press in your $100 at once in your Binance exchanger, then say, when Bitcoin gets at 30K, robot sell, you can do that in your exchanger. Now, if you transfer the same mindset in your robot, that's the wrong approach, because the market can go against you at any minute. So your focus should not be using $100 to make it $2 million. Your focus should be growing your capital by trading right with discipline. Now let's start our journey again, having answered those few questions there. And we are going to go to my trading view, right? And before I change my appearance of trading view and try to, Acro has delivered some good profit for some people. All right. Now the first step is creating a watch list. So you tap on add symbol and you go to your Royalq, pick all the coins. Let me say BTC, USDT. You write the full name and pick that. You create the watch list. All right. You create the watch list. Let me say ETH. ETC, this is the Ethereum Classic. You do it. You make sure, ladies and gentlemen, you copy all the coins that are into your Royalq. Why do we create a watch list? I also needed to make it very clear. The reason why we create this watch list is that Royalq has done us a very good service, ladies and gentlemen. Me, I personally, when I was invited in currency for the first time, made what we call crypto holding. I was told the following: one, go and make research about the project. It was not easy to make research about the project because let me tell you what they tell you to look for. It's not easy. One, go and read about the white paper of this particular coin. So the white paper, maybe let me say for that of Bitcoin. Some may say, Julius, where can I read about the white paper for Bitcoin? It's simple. Go to bitcoinorg.com. It's a website that provides the Bitcoin white paper that talks about the what and the why. If we go to that site, it's only when you come to our team, you get free knowledge. We don't ask anything. This is free. And the reason why for free, we understand that outside there are so many people that are trying to sell information, okay? To sell information, but we want to give you information for free. We want to make you more sustainable people into the crypto world. So this is the website, bitcoin.org. You go to bitcoin.org. Go to bitcoin.org, come down and look for the white paper. If you don't come down, you can tap on this area here. And then you enter the introduction. Then if you enter the introduction of this particular coin, then you go to the white paper. Now it says Bitcoin is a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. Satoshi Nakamoto original pair still recommended reading for anyone studying how Bitcoin works. Choose which translation paper you want, and it has English, it has different languages. Now, imagine, I was told when I'm getting myself into cryptocurrency that I need to go and read about any coin before I invest. I need to read about the white paper of this coin and try to understand why and what is the project about this coin. Two, ladies and gentlemen, I need to go and look at the community of users. I need to go and look at the community of users. Do they have a community? I need to go and look at the founders of this particular coin. What is their previous portfolio? What have they been doing in crypto space for long? What are some of the projects that have been doing and have been winning? Then I need to look about the future of this particular cryptocurrency. It could take you a long trail to make a decision to invest in any currency. I have had some of my leaders invite me into network marketing cryptocurrency. But I understand that some of you along the line, you want to chase money. Thank you so much. Congratulations. You want to find it shortcut to success in cryptocurrency. But I want to warn you, you're gonna cry tears. Someone previous days invited me to one cryptocurrency and was telling me, my leader, we're gonna become rich like tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no shortcut to success. There is a system to becoming successful. Like I said in my previous audio, I want to repeat it here. I want it to be on record, ladies and gentlemen, that I tried to become successful by playing money games. One, I wanted to buy coins that are very cheap and they become $2 and I become a millionaire next morning. In my trust wallet, I have millions of coins. Then I discovered things don't work that way. if you want to use that approach, then you need to have 5 years of waiting time. I discovered I couldn't have 5 years of waiting time. If that is my approach to making money, I said I'm going to do returns on investment. I found out that I lost more than I invested. Whenever I went to these returns on investment, maybe I won one. Maybe I made, let me say, $10,000 in this one. Then I invested all of it in this one. I lost it. I started again. I discovered that when I was doing returns on investment, I was wasting time. Now, Royalq has taken off the time. It has read the details of every cryptocurrency into your Royalq, and it has done what we call curating. When we talk about curating, it has read the project, looked at the founders, prevented you from the first risks of loss. When I talk about first risks of loss, ladies and gentlemen, I personally invested in a project called the ECG and EIFI. This project was run by people that I had read about their project, I had read about their portfolio, and they did what we call a rug pull. They removed all the money from their website, and I lost everything. So Royalq has prevented us from the first losses that we could encounter into the market. And it has picked only the coins that have the white paper, that have good founders, that have good foundation, and that have a future. And those are the 75 coins you have for Binance. For your knowledge, if you don't know, let me take you to see how many coins does Binance have. I'm not an expert, but I just need to show you where you can check. So just go and type in coinmarketcap.com. Coinmarketcap.com. And when you get there, come on the 510 exchanges that are being provided. Then choose Binance. Let us see. Why do we stand more chances of making money? Ladies and gentlemen, for your own knowledge, Binance has over 350 cryptocurrencies. 350 cryptocurrencies. 350 cryptocurrencies. And it has over 90 million customers. 90 million customers. So it pains me so much as I get back my trading view. When you decide to use Royalq and yet you use it like an amateur. Use it like an amateur. Why do I say like an amateur? You bring your emotions into a trade that you have decided to pick using a robot. And this exposes you to long-term stay in the trade with the wrong approach, because you have your $100 and you want to turn it into 1 million in one day. Return on investment mindset is a wrong approach. Now, having said that, I want you to go and create your watch list in your trading view, right? I may not go into that right now, but all the coins that are into your trading view, please drop them into your watch list, all right? So without delay, I'm gonna introduce you to my watch list, all right? Let me hope, okay. Now these ones are many. I hope it's this one, all right? Also, this is my watch list. It has all the coins that we have in our Royalq. And we said, now let me turn my phone, right? Let me turn my phone. Right, we said that after you have created your watch list, ladies and gentlemen, now come onto your top corner and arrange your coins depending on how they are performing in the market. From those that are performing well to those that are performing poorly. And when you tap on the arrows, you sort by percentage change. And you see now, the coins that are performing well are on the top, and the coins that are performing poorly are on the bottom. That is our first step in our approach, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let us get into our first lesson for today, having created our watch list. I want to make another big statement on camera again before I start. Before I start, ladies and gentlemen, I want to make a big statement, all right? And I hope everyone could listen to this and maybe it could help you into your trading strategy. Okay. When I got this lesson, it changed my life. Is it? The market is not a friend. If you have a notebook, you can write. The market is not our friend. But the market trend is our friend. I'm going to make it more clear in what I'm going to talk about today. When I learned this, my approach to the market is different. The market is not our friend, but the market trend is our friend. So if you can be able in my next 2 minutes, understand how to look at the trading view and look at the market trend, especially the one-shot traders. And you understand that now, Julius, wait, the market is now coming down. I will not enter the market. The market is now down and now the market is going to go up. Are you getting the difference? So you want to enter the market when the market is starting to go up, so that by the time the market is up, as others are getting in to chase the profit that the market is delivering, you are already out of the market. So you stop chasing the profit in the market, you start entering when the market trend is starting, and you get out when the trend has changed. I don't know if you understand me. All right, let me make it a little bit simple. That, ladies and gentlemen, let me use these particular coins, all right? Okay, let me use this coin. Now, for example, ladies and gentlemen, if you look at this market here, the market had what we call an upward trend. And now as we speak right now, it's trying to go down. So as a good trader, the reason why we teach you what we teach, we want you to get in the market here so that maybe, let me use my price range. Maybe when you get out in here, it's trying to misbehave. I hope it works out. All right, I hope it works out. If it doesn't, then I will ignore. All right, okay, I think it's back now. All right, sometimes. All right. Okay, now, for example, ref delivered 58%. Now, as a good trader, you want to get in when this is just starting. Then someone who says, oh, ref is killing it. Then you get in when the market has over-delivered. By the time you get in, the market is now coming down. And that's why I want you to pay close attention to this lesson, because it is important for you to get into the market when the market is starting to go up than for you to get in when the market has already performed. Then you want to make profit and you land yourself into getting a stuck trade. All right, now, if you have already created your watch list, all right, you have been able to look at the coins. For example, if you look at this particular trade, there is someone who got into this trade at this point, which is close to around here. And as we speak right now, they have collected their 3%. And there is someone who's seeing this coin now, and they got in from close to here. Now they are suffering with floating loss, and they are complaining that the strategy is not working. It is you getting into the market at the right time. That's why I say the market is not our friend, but the market trend is our friend. All right, now let's start by using our particular indicators that are going to help us to define a market trend. Ladies and gentlemen, all over the world, here we have our trading times, and I'll use the 1 hour to help us define the market trend. Ladies and gentlemen, the first indicator that we are going to use in play today, the first indicator that we are going to use in play today, when I put my screen like this, it will look like a laptop, but it's a phone. The first, ladies and gentlemen, that we are going to use in our trading today is tapping on FX indicators. And when we tap on FX indicators, it will come like that. And our first indicator is going to be called A, B, C, D, V1. It's our first indicator, all right? And if we have it in play, then we're gonna tap on it at once. Okay, and when we tap on it once, it's going to get into our screen, right? It's going to into our what? Our screen. And after we have it, now we need to provide it with the settings. So we tap on the name of the indicator. We tap on the name of the indicator and it has this area here. And so we are going to tap on that area. I usually call it, it's a sign like a wheel of a tractor. Then we are going to pick 2 patterns. So we are going to pick show, H, and LL. Then we are going to come down here and tick the zigzag. Then never forget, save as default. Then we go to the style. On the style, you are just going to look for the zigzag and give it a color. One here, the zigzag line, give it a color. It's up to you. You can tap the color. Me, I'm a favorite of purple. Then after giving purple, then the thickness, you choose the second line. If you make it more thick, it will look ugly. Then save as before and press OK. And so it will show you important areas. Like you see, it is trying to show you that the market moved from here. Now it came here. Now, the next important step, having seen the direction of the market, is for you to draw a trend line. Now, a trend line, ladies and gentlemen, is an important aspect in your business. For example, if I draw a trend line in one day, in this particular trade, for example, ladies and gentlemen, when we are drawing trend lines, we draw trend lines in 2 directions. We draw trend lines in what we call an upward trend. This is an upward trend. I also draw trend lines in a downward trend. Now, draw my trend line. For example, I tap on the pencil, then I come here and I pick a trend line. And I draw my trend line from the lowest point. This is just general knowledge, because your goal is to make sure that you touch the bottom points, at least 2 of them. So if you draw it here like this, all right, if this, you decide this to be your trend line. I'm just giving an example, all right? You draw this as your trend line, all right? Okay, now, when you are drawing this, maybe it's a trend line. Now, the best trend line, an upward trend. The best trend line on upward trend is not the line. It is this line, this trend line. Here, they're here. They're just of different types. There is one best trend line, and it's a flat bottom. This one, flat bottom. So you just come and touch the first point, which is the lower low here. This is in the time frame. It means each candle you see here is for 1 day. Then you have 2 touches. When I say 2 touches, I mean you touch at least 2 indicators, 2 candles. Then you stretch it. Then you stretch it until you see it's very clear, and maybe you draw it here, this. Now there, you have drawn a trend line. I hope my message is very clear. It's short and simple. It just happens with practice. When you draw this trend line, the 1 day time frame, it means If a green candle comes and closes above this trend line, ladies and gentlemen, I mean the candle like this one, it closes above here, and another candle forms and it doesn't go below. It means now the market has no reverse, is going to go up. But I want you to listen to this message. If I draw my trend line in the 1 day and I come and check the same trend line in the 1 hour, let me make a point very, very clear. Widen my candles. Hey, making is not simple because even being a block is not easy. Now, when I do my trend line in the 1 day, and this candle in the 1 hour, like this one that's being, it comes and breaks through my trend line here. It comes, breaks through my trend line here, and it closes above without asking anybody. I just enter this market. Let me make a statement very clear. Let me move it a little bit. Okay, let me just let me use a coin that's being well at the moment. Okay. Let me go to my watch list and let us speak. The coin is doing much more well, and I think is Ethereum Classic. Ethereum Classic might do well in this one because of the emerge that's going to happen on, I believe, on Ethereum, which I think might be tomorrow. So if in the 1 day I draw my trend, now things are different now. Now, this is the market is moving on. But let us use the previous scenario when the market was moving up. I tap on my peso. When it's having an upward trend, people hit too much information, and I draw a flat bottom. What do I mean by flat bottom, ladies and gentlemen? I come and I take the lowest point in the market here, and I move it, having 2 touches. That is 2 touches. Then I go stretch my stretch, and I press it there. I have my 2 touches in play and draw my indicator. Now, when I check this in the 1 hour, it's gonna form up this side. I draw it in 1 day. Oh no. I think I didn't touch it. That's why it didn't appear. Let me just go back. I didn't confirm it, or it didn't form fully. All right, let me try it again. This is something that take with practice. I'm gonna make it very simple for those who heard this, but you know, right. So I pick the lowest point, which is here, and I get 2 touches. Let me widen my screen very clearly. I pick my flat bottom. The flat bottom is the best trend line in an uptrend. And once it takes your trend line, you are good to go, right? So I draw my trend line from here. I stretch it, having 2 touch. My first touch is not so good, but all right. Okay, 2 touches, there I go. And then my trend line there. Now, this is within the 4-hour time frame, right? I touch it. Now, when I change my trend in the 1 hour, if you learn this, you are good to go. I come in the 1 hour. All right, let me just now widen my screen. This is the 1 hour. Now, the 1 hour is different because I should not move it. Okay, now this is the 1 hour. Now, this is what I mean, that if I draw my trend line in the 1 day, and a candle like here, it comes and breaks my trend line in 1 hour without request, I will enter this market. Because I know if it breaks my trend line of 1 day in the 1 hour, it's the perfect trade. And you see, it kept in. I can still keep in depending on how I want to stay in the market and depending on how much take I want to do. Now, that is the case with trend lines. Now, trend lines help us know the market trend. All right, so I'm going to remove this. I want to draw my best trend line that I usually talk about, and that's the downward trend. So I'm going to get back to my watch list and pick a coin that's doing poorly. All right, okay, now we're going to delete this because it's not what we want. All right, now this is our trade. And using our ABCD, it shows us for the highest point and the lowest point. So we are going to draw our trend line. This is just common sense. When I start from here, I need to draw my trend line above the candles here, which means if I draw my trend line from here, I will wait a little bit longer. I hope you see that. I can draw that as my trend line in the 1 hour. In the 1 hour. All right. Oh, these messages, I need to break them. This is in the 1 hour, but just using your common sense, all right, you can lower your trend line from this point here, this highest point. That's where you put your dot. You put the dot there, then you touch the dot, then you draw your line and make sure you have red candles. So I have at least 1 or 2, then I'll have this last one here. The rest one is getting hard. I hope not for the new people, you just need to wait for the signals. But for the old people, you need this skill. Then I draw my trend line touching the top. There I'm there, I'm done. Now, this gives me what we call a downward trend. And here is the downward trend, ladies and gentlemen. That is my short downward trend. Now, the next step is to add another indicator. So we tap on FX, and the next indicator that I've already chosen, you just need to look for it. If you're already in business, you know what I'm talking about. It's called the volume spread analysis. Now, the volume spread analysis is a very important indicator. Why? Because the guy who formed this indicator made a very huge statement. A very huge statement. For the market to go up, there must be some effort in the market. And for the market to go down, there must be some effort in the market. And so it gives us these volumes. And as you see in your screen, we have the green bar, which represents what we call average volume, AV. We have the blue bar, which represents low volume. We have the yellow bar, which represents high volume. And we have the red bar, which represents very high volume. Now, when should we decide to use which bar? We shall always use a green bar or a red bar or a yellow bar. We shall never pick a trade that has a blue bar. And ladies and gentlemen, you can see perfectly that we have a green bar here, and most importantly, a green candle here. As we speak right now, ladies and gentlemen, as we speak right now, the green candles have already broken our trend line. It means this coin is going to deliver again. Now, how do we want to prove strategy? We're now going to add our last indicator. And this indicator is what we call the stochastic RSI. And it comes into play. Look, ladies and gentlemen, apart from just inviting you to make money, we give you life skills. Now look, Basically and purely, those, if you have already gone through our training, you understand that we have basically and purely. I didn't want to use this, but my people who are using watching those after training complain to me that they cannot see. So I want this and I see if it will work for them. So I'll beg you to be a little bit patient with me, all right? Okay, now, when do you pick a trade? When do you pick a trade? All right. Okay, just a minute. I want to, now it would work best if I was using a better view area. Now, once you find a green bar, a green candle, ladies and gentlemen, and you see the blue RSI is above the orange RSI, and on top it is a green candle, what do? You bring your pencil and you draw a vertical line in that area. Drawn where the candle closes from, that's where you draw your horizontal line. All right, let me bring it again. That's where you draw your horizontal line, ladies and gentlemen. Still. All right, okay. You need to just be a little bit soft, because sometimes when you pull it down and it gets in this other area, you cannot remove it. So that's what is affecting me now. So I don't need to pull it down. So it is here. So I will draw it here. And that will be my entry in the market. Now, what happens? This is where now people get out of the game. Now, after you have drawn that line there, you will draw another line where the downward trend started from, all right? So I'm gonna pick it and I'm going to draw it here. Now, what is in between will be our take profit. From this line, %17.8, it will be our take profit. This is within 1 hour. This is deliverable. Now, what makes people lose out? There are two factors. I'm now going to change my screen so that I try to make it a little bit clear. For those who are on Zoom, they are not only thinking about those that are on YouTube, all right? Okay. So let me try to also make it clear. But I'll come up with a solution. I'm very good at finding solutions to the problems I face as I do my business. All right, so now you can see this very clearly here. For those that are here on what? Okay, so let me delete this, because let me draw it again. So you picked your trade from there. And that's where you entered from, right? And that's your take profit. Now, you have finished measuring. You have, I think this coin, it has even done me very well, although it has just started 56 minutes to go. And now you have drawn this, you see 16%, you're excited. Now, what is breaking my heart is that people use this excitement and someone goes and gets all their $1,000, put them once in the market so that they can get 16%. I want us today to have a different approach. Now, after you have seen a downward trend, you have confirmed your entry. Yes, this coin will deliver if someone entered it at around that time. but it has still given another chance. Because if someone had entered at that time, someone may say, did they make profit? Yes, they did. Let us measure. It delivered 4.7%. It delivered 4.7%. Now, that's why I say that never pick a trade with a blue. Let me repeat my statement here. Let me tap on here, then I remove this one. Now, never pick a trade. I don't know if people will understand me. When the volume is blue, this volume, the last volume here is blue, but the previous two volumes were green. So if someone entered from there, they have taken their 4.7%. So don't come and join this trade now when you see the volume is blue. The volume must be either be green, yellow, or red. Now, someone who picked this trade here, and I said, usually our take profit is 2 to 3%. Don't exceed 3% take profit. If someone picked that trade at that time, they are now out of this trade. The question is, are there still coins like that? Yes. I'm happy Compo is coming down. And I'm very excited to wait for to produce a green candle and a green bar, a stochastic. Is there other coins? WRX. Yes, I'll be waiting for it to produce a green candle, a green bar, and a stochastic facing up. Are there other coins? Yes, I can wait for her to produce a green candle. A green candle. And when the blue stochastic is facing up, is there any other coin? Yes. I can wait for, I join at bottom, take my 2 to 3%. I wait for a green candle. I'll get off these lines of mine out. Hot. So basically, in times like now in the market, if you are not using such a strategy, you might not be able to win. Now, let's get back to those that get into the market a little bit late, all right? And what could be your approach? Now, since TradingView allows only 3 indicators, I will basically remove this one and drop in another indicator here. And this indicator I'll drop in here is none other than the auto FPR retracement lines. I'm not going to setting up these indicators because if you are new, I'll return you back to your upline. Now, ladies and gentlemen on the call, I will explain this indicator, how it works tomorrow. But I now want to go to the margin call configuration. The auto FPR retracement line is one of its own kind that whenever the market touches the line, most of the time it retraces back in the opposite direction. For example, when this will touch the line, it will try to go back opposite direction. That's how it works. If it touches this line, it tries to go back in the opposite direction. That's how it works. Now, if you use these lines, it is very simple for you to make profit, even when the market goes against you. Like if you entered at the wrong time in this scenario, what do you do? Today the lesson is tough. The numbers might be reducing. If you are still following, give me some thumbs up. If you are still following, give me some thumbs up. If it is too hard, please, what is this you are using us to teach? Now, people who have joined for their first time, I'm sorry. This could not work out for you. I just pray you just watch. And I'll show you where you can start from. But those that have been in business and have been attending, they're enjoying it. Those that have not been attending trainings and maybe they had quit them, now seeing the Nimbus Cloud Z, but I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. But if you are new, please, this could not work for you. But I'm gonna give you where you can start from. All right, so let's get back here. Now, if the market goes against you and you had entered at the wrong time, or if you want to set your perfect trade, what do? Now you just go in your Royalq application. You just go to Royalq application, all right? And maybe I want to trade the ref. I'm now not trading any coin. I want to trade this coin. Maybe I'm already in the market and I want to trade it. What do? I'll go to my margin call configuration, depending on how much capital I have, right? If I have $500, I'll put my first buying amount as 15, and I will keep this will remain this. 2, 4, 8, 16 will give you $465. I'll not go into this because remember I said, how do we get this? It is 2 times 15. This is 30. 4 times 15, this is 60. 8 times 15, this is 120. 16 times 15, this is 240. Now, if you add all plus the first buying amount, it will give you close to, this will give you 450 total here, plus the 15. I don't know, but let me try to add it up so I don't confuse people. So this is 90 plus 120 plus 240, which is 0. This is 6, this is 3, this is 9, this is 0, 0, this is 15, all right? Take 1, this is 450 plus 15, this is 5, 6, 4. So the total capital is $465, this one. If you have 1,000, you can put your first buying amount as 30. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you just get back here to your trading view and bring your price range. And just bring your price range. And you measure from here from there to here. This is a perfect margin call. And that will be 16. Okay, let me go. Let me reseek my funds a little bit, all right? So that I can show people what to do, right? So let me start this trade at its current price. All right, okay. Right, let me pick up ref at his current price, all right? Nobody should take it personal. Okay, now that is my entry. Okay, now I want to set my margin call. I hope everybody sees that I'm already in the market. So according to where I have entered from, I will measure with my price range because it's coming down. Where is my price range? Right, I'll measure from here. There, and I take my here. That is 2.74%. What are you, ladies and gentlemen? I'll come here and I say, when the market falls by 2.74, my robot should buy twice. All right. Okay, then I come again and I say, now what if the market moves from that line and it comes down again? I'll still bring my price range. Those that know this coin called ref, it is as powerful as BCST. It can dump it can. Then I will measure up to that line, which is -7, but I've written it very well. I've passed in a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna remove. I just want to be just a little bit smart. So, okay, -6.76%. Then if it goes down, I will do 6.76%. Now those are two margin calls. Now, because the market has already come down, it may not surpass that, but I still can go and provide another margin call, right? Another margin call from this line up to this one here, which is -4.29%. So I put 4.29%. Then I press my last margin call. I come here. From this line. That is -8.06%. 8.06%. Now, those will be my margin calls. These are perfect margin calls. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if it buys, this will be my take profit. If it buys this one, that will be my take profit. If it buys this one, I'll be adding this one plus this one plus this one to be my take profit. If it buys this one, I'll just add up this one plus this one plus this one plus this one as my take. If I'm very greedy. If I'm not, I want only 5% from the money and I save. The only disadvantage, ladies and gentlemen, the only disadvantage with this approach is one, that if this coin rises, it will give me, let me say 3% or 2% of this. But the advantage is, if the market goes against me, it will invest in money and give me more profit. But I'll have no fear of trading such a coin. Please, today's subject is hard. I'll have no fear. If it rises, it will give me the profit, ladies and gentlemen, of that. But if it goes against me, it will buy more calmly and peacefully. And because I have $500, I'll be trading one coin. And I'll not be dying with the market, nor be worried about the floating loss. Why? I picked this coin when it is down. I entered in there and I set my right margin calls. Things are hard. The subject is not easy. But if the subject is good for you, because you have been attending previous trainings, if you have been attending previous trainings, I think this is easy. But if you have not been attending, this is hard. But if you have been attending, it is easy. Now, like you would see this particular trade I've picked. You see, by the way, those that don't understand this coin is as smart as BTCST. I want to tell you facts. It is as smart as BTCST. It is highly volatile. This particular coin, as volatile as BTCST. Try it out. I saw how powerful it was yesterday. In the 1 hour, the profit it delivers is amazing. You see? Now, I have a question. Ladies and gentlemen, do I need to be worried about this trade? Because if we go back here and we look at it here, it's about to complete this 1 hour. But I've measured my margin calls up to this line. If it touches this line, I'll just add up all the margin calls to this line I started from, and that'd be my take profit. Now, what if I don't have huge capital? I don't have $500, but I want to use the same method. Simple. Set 2 margin calls and say, my first margin call will be from here. Set margin call and say my first margin call, let me say from here, that will be your first margin call. From here to this down line. From here to here. Then let me say you have like $100, all right? And you put your first buying amount a little bit big. Let me say 50, but 50 is too much. Let me say 15 as your first buying amount. And you want your robot to double, which this should be times 2, which is 30, plus 15, which is 45. So you measure, instead of you putting all the 51s in the market, what you do, you just improve a little bit, right? Let me remove these ones. You just improve a little bit from here to here. Maybe that is your first margin call. You can press 1 margin call. If all, you say, okay, from here, then you press your margin call here. So if it moves, break through that line and comes down, then your robot should buy from there. You're a little bit safe. So maybe you have $100. So even if you have little capital, you can use this to set your margin calls, all right? You can use this to set your margin calls, all right? And if you use it to set your margin calls, all right, then you can be able to have what we call perfect wins, ladies and gentlemen, because these perfect wins will help you to this perfect. So if you don't have good capital, you can measure from there, even come down up to this line. It may not touch all that too much. That's why you can stop on this line. So if it breaks through that one, then bounces on that one, you are back in profit. So if you don't have that money to cater for each 4 margin calls, you can have 1 margin call or 2 margin calls depending on your capital. Even me, who thought I'm worried about the questions because people have not been attending training. Now these things look very hard. So if you don't have good capital, you can measure. You don't have $500, all right? You don't have that capital to take up each call. You measure from the upper line down to the next line, and that is your margin call. I want to give you promising results. Maybe I'm one of the people who don't chase profit. I usually test what I do. Yesterday, I suffer so much from making too much money because I love my team making more money than me. All right. So I test so many things. So yesterday, I was testing The reason why I love testing before I deliver is because my goal is so huge. This is just the practicing ground. I'm going to work so hard to retire with $1 million in my Binance. And when I retire $1 million in my Binance, I'll be sitting home and making cool money. Cool money. Cool. So I'm in training ground, right? I'm in training ground. So I want to make cool money. Cool money. Now, I've been testing this strategy. Its potential power, its ability to deliver. I don't make too much money because sometimes I want to test this thing. So yesterday, I tested this strategy with BTCST and ATC, all right? And it basically closed my day with $7. And I now see that, yes, it gives little profit. I will appreciate. It gives little profit. You see, I'm not suffering with floating. My money is there. It is there. Someone may be saying, but yes, my money is there. Yeah. Someone tells me, but if I had that one, I would put it at once. For my last 15 months, I know how painful floating loss is. Me, I know. If you know how painful to look at the trade getting down, you want to understand me. People who put in all their money and the market goes down. I hope you understand me. Like I see someone, maybe this one put all their BTC. You put all your $1,000 in BTC, and since yesterday it is getting down. You don't like it, but if you trade with this strategy, how to set margin call in trade with big fast buying amount like $500 in a dip. Can I adjust the five? Yeah, you just adjust the fast buying amount. So this approach will give you, with your little capital, better returns. Like you see someone is sweating in BTCST, maybe all their money is there, but my money is still here. The coin is still playing up and down, up and down. So if it touches my margin calls, it doubles. Where there was 15, there goes 30. And I'm praying. Someone might be praying this coin to go up. I'm praying it comes down. I'm praying, coin, come down. Please, market, go down, come down, so that it touches my margin calls. In good spirit. Now let us look at BTCST. Someone needs some help on that coin. Okay. So this is my watch list. The market seems to be coming down. I already see some indicators. Now imagine you had invested all your money in the market, but now like a person who's trading with this strategy, this is BTCST. Wow, beautiful, beautiful. This is incredible. This is very nice. Wow. So if you want to trade BTCST, you want to enter now, you can. You just come here, put in $15. Press here. When the market falls by this margin call, let it buy. That's your first call, ding. If you can enter BTCST from here. If you have $500, 15, it depends up to you. You measure that, that's your first margin call. Then you come again. This strategy will help you, even those, to enter the market at any time. Then you say, when the market breaks that and it doesn't go up, then you measure from here to here. Have I touched it well? Yes. Now, the difference is, ladies and gentlemen, If you measure from here to here, that should be your take profit. If I measure from here, if you want to trade BTCST here, this you can trade. You measure from here to here, that will be your take profit. If it buys the third time, now you add the profit here and here. And when it bounces up back to that line, it gives you the money. Or you can just take this one here, 3%. Now this is extra thinking. Now I can measure from here, and this will be my third margin call. 4.5%. Hey, the market will follow there. And usually, if this auto FBR retracement line, whenever it touches 161, the market dies, boom, up to zero on top. So it can still deliver. So if you are trading this coin, you want to trade it here, straight, beautiful margin calls. Okay, so let me, for those who have money, let me drop this for you on the group. I just sometimes fail to have time for this, but let me do this for you. Let me go to this group here. This group here. Let me first drop it here in the leaders platform. Okay. BTST, USD, please. I'm also going to drop it on the Telegram. Price is 9.76. 9.76. Your first line amount is up to you. Okay. Take profit. I don't want anyone who exceeds 3%. All right. Because the market is not so far. Then I'm going to give margin calls. You must start martingale, right? Margin calls. Then I'm gonna set this one is 2.64 first, 2.64%. Second, come back here. I need to delete that. Second is 3.1%. Point 3.21%. Third call. Next. I'm gonna delete that. Negative 4.56%. 4.6%. Fourth call. I'll give you the full margin, although I know we don't reach all this from there. Yes, 13.43%. These are margin call drops. Make sure it is martingale strategy, which is two, 4, 8, 16. Okay, but we can still lower the take profit, but 3% is deliverable. So where am I going to drop this? Where am I going to drop this? Right, let me do this. All right. I hope I drop this here too. I hope. Let me also drop it here. I don't know if someone has understood. Now, the strategy mode doesn't matter here because you have played, you have come up with your specific margin call drops. You have your specific margin call drops. The only challenge you will face, because of little capital, you will make less profit. But according to let me see what this one is saying. But for me, I buy all my capital yesterday. I'm in floating loss of 7% with my 1,000 capital, my leader. What can I do? You see people who put in their capital, they are now sweating. Now, the difference is that me, Julius, who put in, I got little, but I still have my capital. Now, those ones, now, if you don't have more money, you just need to wait for the market to bounce. Now, this is where the problem comes from. You were expecting praying the market to go down. It now goes up. It delivers, let me say, maybe it delivers you the profit you wanted. Now you start saying, I'm going to get 2% of $14. I better get more than that. Now, what if it goes against you? Now, let me set BTCST to show you also, so that no one says BTCST. Here we come, and we enter. Not so much capital. Our goal is to grow our capital. And our take profit, 3%. So we save, confirm, and we start our trade. Then we come and drop in our margin calls, all right? So edit our 4 margin calls, and here we come. We just change this side, and the margin calls are here on the group. So I don't need it to be an expert about them. They are here. So call 2.64. 2.64. Second call, I know it might have surpassed where I'd said 3.21%. Third call, 4.56, and a fifth call, 13.46. Or 346. I think here, starting here, they don't allow double digits. Already I'm past 30, so it can be there. 13.4, it's okay. So there we go. I'm now trading. Now, the beauty about this strategy is that you might make a little profit, but your goal will be to grow your trading capital and a minimum of $500 per trade. So if I run 500 here, 500 here, if I want to increase my trading capital, ladies and gentlemen, I will then say I'm going to increase this to 1,000 so that I increase my first buying amount, because the more capital I increase, the more I will make more profit. I hope I'm done. So if you're already in floating loss of those particular coins and all your money is in, please just be patient. The market will return. That's the only thing I can tell you. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope if you gained something, yes, you can do 1 hour, 4 hours time frame. I usually love the 4 hours time frame, but because now the market has these emerge of Ethereum, there's a lot of volatility in the market. You can do 1 hour. By next week, I think 4 hours will be a very nice trading area. So thank you so much. Unless someone has a question, if all your money is in, just wait for the market to return. We expect a good volatility this week. All right. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. And those that are new, like my brother who has just activated your robot. And I think we are going to meet in chat one-on-one to help you make the right choice. So let us meet tomorrow. And tomorrow, I will long traders. You don't have time to check the market, but you want to trade, all right? Okay, there is a specific indicator I'll talk about tomorrow. I don't love talking it about now for the sake. Maybe you just need to go. Let me add it up here. Okay. This indicator is very sweet and nice. All right. Very nice. I'll explain it tomorrow. It needs some explanation. It provides buying areas. Okay. So here it has no buy areas in this particular coin. This coin is very volatile. So let me look for but I'll talk about it tomorrow, right? I don't want to talk about today. So till we meet tomorrow, thank you so much for today. Someone says a group that can really help. Okay. I have a group, but Oh, sure. Someone has picked the strategy and is already trading these coins. Atom, BCH, BTCST. Sure, good business. All right, so someone says, I can give you a Telegram group. And I'm going to, I don't know, if someone knows how to create a chat area, I don't want people to chat directly in this group. You can come to me and help me. I can create a chat area where I can help personally. So I'm gonna give you this. So if you know how to create a chat area, you can come and help me. But I have that Telegram group. I add all people to the WhatsApp group that I use because it basically helps me to move my team. Yeah, it helps me. I can to know who I'm dealing with on a personal basis. But on Telegram, I can make it general for everybody. So I may not get you so much into my personal WhatsApp group because it helps me to move my team, right? I hope someone can understand that and no emotions attached. But I can help on Telegram. I can help on Telegram. Also, I've done trainings from 1 to 5. So I'm going to also give you that link. Training 1 to 5. All that I've been today, I've already done it one-on-one on a little basis videos. So let me send you also that. You can copy. This is the Mosh. Let me see if I have it here. Okay, thank you so much. I'm gonna do that, and allow me invite leader OBM as I do that to close our morning training. Welcome, leader OBM.
Yeah, well, good morning, my leader. Good morning, everybody. Or protocol duly observed. Like this morning, maybe if you are in our WhatsApp group, somebody shared a video of a guy that has made over $200,000 playing Royalq, and that is his reward, for sharing the opportunity called Royalq. Now, this guy always attends Zooms, we always join Team Eagles Zoom every morning, always in the Zoom every night. He's always inviting people. This guy created WhatsApp groups and he kept sharing it. And people in his team, they also created a WhatsApp group and they kept sharing it. They share on WhatsApp status, they share to Facebook, they share to all social media, that is comfortable with them. And they are always consistent. They stay with Royalq, during the good times and the bad time. Now, what this guy is doing, any other person can do it. Now, to get started with Royalq, you don't need any special skill. You only need to get started and follow what the leaders are teaching us here. Now, the guy, when he started, he doesn't even know he doesn't know how to trade. That's one of the key points, that made him even to join Royalq in the first place. And this guy, right now, he knows how to pick trades. It might not be 100% correct, at Mota, but the guy is improving every day. Now, this guy can also be you. But the thing is, you must be humble, you must be teachable, you must be coachable. You must persist, you must be consistent, and you must focus. Because Royalq doesn't like, Royalq is jealous. It doesn't like to be shared. To be shared, you don't share Royalq today and you start sharing another platform tomorrow. Because most people that you brought to the community will also duplicate what you are doing. That person also can be you in a year's time now. And you might even make maybe more than $20,000 in a year. And that, if you just follow what I just said, very simple steps. Always show up, be consistent, be focused. Follow what the leaders are teaching you here. Take those YouTube videos that have been recorded, take it and watch it. And also duplicate what you just did. The next person that you saw, coming to Royalq, do the same thing with the person, and you'll see the result start coming in. It might not come very fast, but the thing is, if you stand on the shoulder of giants, that's what the person that has earned over 200,000 has done. He stood on the shoulders of giants like James McCarra. He stood on giants of people like Julius Kabanda. On the shoulders of giants of like people like Joy Money. And today, most people that did the same thing this guy is doing, they are really enjoying Royalq. That person can be you. You can be old here, but you can be an old member, but new members can also join in. Just copy that, the simple model I just told you, and you'll see the result coming in fast. So thank you, everybody. I hope we imbibe what I just said now, and you will see yourself in a month's time, 2 months' time, a year time. You'll be glad you follow what I just told you. So thank you, everybody. Have a nice day. Let's see you in the evening and tomorrow morning. Thank you.